Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Rewind That. It's your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Alright guys, it is late but it's here, okay? BMF Season 2 Episode 5, Moment of Truth. That is the recap that I am doing. There is no episode of BMF coming up this week, so hey, why not give you a recap? So, the episode starts off with a flashback of the Flannerys on a road trip, and the family starts singing a song together that was playing from a tape Miss Lucille popped in, okay? And I liked seeing this moment because it was happier times for their family, all right? Then we get to the present day for Meech and Terry, and they're singing the same song they were singing when they were kids. But anyway, as they make their way down to Atlanta, they stop off in Cleveland to catch up with cousin James, and Meech beats the brakes off of him until Terry had to stop him because his neck was bleeding. Next, let's talk about Denise, guys, okay? So Jen and Bryant have her in the interrogation room, and they tell her that because of the amount of weight she was caught with, she could do life. So in comes Monique acting like she's a lawyer, and she tells Detective Bryant and Jen to get out. So once they leave, Monique tells Denise that she's not really her lawyer, but their mutual friends could help her if she takes the charges. She tells Denise that her son's education will be paid for and that she will only have to do some of the time, not all of it, okay? As long as they keep their mutual friends happy, okay? But at this point, I'm wondering if she only has to do a little bit of time because they pulled her over and did an illegal search and didn't read her the Miranda rights, right? Like, is that the reason why her sentence would be shortened? Because, it wasn't done by the book, but the fact that she actually had some weight, she still got to do time, right? But just not as much. I don't know. That's just my curiosity, guys. Anyway, so next, Meech and T finally make it to Atlanta, and they meet up with Earl, who says that he can't help them when Meech asks him to front them some weight. Meanwhile, back in Detroit, we got Lamar being a bully in these Detroit streets, okay? And everybody is bringing him their money as if he owns the streets, right? This guy ain't a supplier, a distro, or nothing. And he got big dudes out here scared of him and, piecing him off. And he getting free food, okay? Anyway, back in Atlanta, Earl takes Meech and Terry to a dice game where the dice are fixed and Terry's stupid behind bets all of his money. Like, why? This is when we meet Monique, who is playing Goldie, and she has no problem with taking their money, guys, okay? Not at all. She's not friendly to guests in their neighborhood or in their states, okay? She also owns the club that they were in that had them strippers that looked like they was about 50 years old, okay? And guys, I am not age shaming. I do not do that, but I'm just saying that you should stop stripping at a certain age, okay? Next, Lucille and Nicole go on a retreat with the church, and Charles stays behind, even though his little bandmate was wondering why he wasn't coming. But anyway, Charles stays behind, like I said, and we see that he finds his way over to Mabel's house to fix more stuff of hers, but not his own house. And as I'm thinking about it, guys, I kind of wonder if Charles was at Mabel's house because he wanted something to pop off. You know what I'm saying? Or was it that he just liked how she made him feel, appreciated and respected and all? Anyway, Mabel tells Charles to come back for a little get together that she was having later on that night, and he tells her that he'll think about it. And he definitely thought about it, okay? Next, Detective Bryant's son comes to the station with no shoes on because the bully took them. Of course, his son doesn't want Detective Bryant to do anything about it. Like, he doesn't even want to learn how to fight. He don't want to do nothing about it his daggone self, right? And when Detective Bryant goes up to the school to talk to the principal, his son sees the bully and his friends, and he doesn't want to speak up. So the principal was like, well, if you ain't gonna say nothing and none of the teachers have seen it, then I cannot help you, right? So of course, Detective Bryant is consumed with this whole situation to the point where he can't think straight at work. So Detective Jen notices, and she needs him to stay focused because they're already on thin ice after the commander told them that Denise was going to eat the charges. So now she got the young detective on K9, and we're going to have to see where that's going to go, right? because they're finally investigating that killing that K9 did in broad daylight. But who really is this young detective dude? Is he solid or what? We shall see. But anyway, guys, back to Detective Jen. So she tells Detective Bryant a story about how her sister was beat to death by her white boyfriend and how people just stood around and did nothing. This made her want to become a cop, okay? But the sad thing is, she's saying that basically, they kind of fail to protect their loved one sometimes, right? So this must have given Detective Bryant the bright idea to have B. Mickey go and find his son's bully and beat the heck out of him, okay? In front of his friends who sat there, actually stood there and did nothing. But anyway, I thought that was good for him. So even though this has happened, guys, I can't see this being the last time we're gonna hear or see this bully, okay? Next, Meech and Terry meet up with the homie Ty, and he can't front them no way either, okay? But he can definitely supply them with some when they come up with that money. So Meech and Terry find their way back to Goldie, and they catch her by herself, and they got their guns on her. All they want to know is when and where is the next dice game, because they want their money back. So she takes them to a dice game of a man named Fat Mike. And while Meech and Terry are doing their thing in the game, Fat Mike realizes that they're working together. So now he wants to test out the dice. Plus, he has T roll a fresh set of dice. And he tells them that if it's proven that they were running game, he's going to kill Meech and Terry and that he's done with Goldie. But unfortunately for him, T rolls a lucky number 7. Okay, I believe that's what it was. But anyway, guys, he was able to win his money back, okay? That's the bottom line. And Fat Mike was pissed, okay? So Meech and T go back to Ty, and they cop what they need. But they also tell him that they know that his man's in the kitchen, whooping it up like a stir fry, in the kitchen, but like a stir fry. But anyway, they they also tell him that they know that his man's in the kitchen is Pint, okay? The dude Earl told them about earlier. The one who could turn one bird into two. So after letting Meech and Terry know that he has to remain a secret, Pint shows Terry how to work his magic so they could take this skill back to Detroit. And at this point, guys, I'm kind of scared for Pint and Ty because I like them already. They just seem like some cool, laid-back dudes. Next, while Lucille is confronting Sister Riley at the retreat about getting too close to her man, she had no idea that another woman should have been getting checked by her as well, her so-called friend Mabel, okay? Because back in Detroit, Charles shows up at Mabel's little swinging party and he gets his dance on and stays behind after everyone leaves, okay? And we know what happens, y'all. Charles gets it in with Mabel right up against the freaking wall. A very stressful moment for me, guys, because I wanted Charles to hold the line for his family, but he fell for the okie doke, okay? On top of that, he annoyed me even more because he was doing the dishes and just smiling and, seeming happy about his little 30-second performance, with Mabel, playing the whole thing back in his mind and all of that stuff, right? But that smile didn't last long when Lucille came home unexpectedly and she apologizes to Charles for being out of sorts lately and not giving him the attention he needs. Then she starts hugging and kissing on him, but Charles got Mabel funk on him, right? So he wants to run to the shower. But when he comes out, his wife is waiting for him and they get it in too, okay? Just a freaking shame, guys. And after that, it does look like Charles feels a little guilty. So I just really can't wait to the next episode next week to see what the heck is going to happen. Is this dude going to confess or is Mabel going to continue to come through on her slutty, and possibly just start acting real funky with her girl, Lucille. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she going to start acting funny around Lucille. I don't know, y'all. I just can't wait to see it. But anyway, next, T tells Meech that he's definitely back with BMF, and Meech is all too happy to hear about that, okay? And honestly, guys, I hate how Meech would rather encourage his brother to be a drug dealer than to stay in school and get an education. Like when he threw Terry's book out the window. I was just so annoyed by that, But whatever, because at the end of the day, Terry wants this as well. He wants to be in the game. So it's not all on Meech. But I'm just saying, Meech could have been a better big brother when it came to that. Anyway, back at home, Lamar shows up at the Flannery's doorstep and he is ready to kill Miss Lucille, guys, okay? But she takes his hand and prays with him and she sends that devil fleeing. Lamar definitely seems to be touched by the prayer, but I don't think he's going to stop wreaking havoc in the hood, guys, okay? So anyway, Nicole calls Terry to tell him that Lamar is at the door, and he tells Meech that they got to get back home, as if they don't have a 10-hour ride ahead of them or however long it's going to take them to get back to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Point is, guys, they wouldn't have made it in time, okay? But thankfully, Mama Lucille is about them prayers, okay? Because it could have been another story, child, if she wasn't. All right, guys, that's how the episode ended. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. I mean, I pretty much know already from the lives and all that, but hey, it's all good. There's some things that I might have talked about in the recap that I didn't discuss in the live, okay? So make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Until next time, you guys take care and be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.